Okay. Morning, everybody, and welcome to this extraordinary board meeting. This board meeting's been called essentially because our timetabling of our formal boards don't allow us to get into sequence. Some requirements we have for reviewing and making recommendations and then approving the annual report and the annual accounts. So today it's a single agenda item. We've got two people presenting. That will be Claire Wilson and then followed by Neil Large as in his role as chair of audit. We're doing this on Teams, and board, please, please do ask your questions. Put your question or the request to ask a question into the chat, and Matthew will bring that to my attention because I won't be monitoring the chat as well as chairing the meeting. Everybody comfortable? Everybody understanding what's happening? So it's live. We're recording it so people can see it at a later date. Yep. Okay. So let's do some introductions. So I'm going to call out your name and just please introduce yourself. Adam.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Adam Irvin. I'm a primary care partner member of the ICB and a pharmacist by trade.
Thank you. Then got Anthony.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name's Anthony Middleton. I'm the Director of Performance and Planning here at the ICB.
Chris Samosa.
Good morning, Chris Samosa. I'm Chief People Officer at the ICB.
Claire Wilson.
Hello everyone, my name is Claire Wilson. I'm the Finance Director for the ICB.
Claire Watson.
Morning everyone, I'm Assistant Chief Exec at the ICB, Claire Watson.
Fiona.
Morning, Fiona Lemons, Associate Medical Director for Transformation and Deputy Medical Director.
Graham.
Graham Irwin, ICB Chief Executive. Good morning.
Ian.
Good morning, Ian Ashworth, Director of Population Health.
You got Jen.
Morning, Jen Williams. I'm here to take the minutes.
John.
Morning all, John Llewellyn, Chief Digital and Information Officer.
Matthew.
Morning, Matthew Cunningham, Associate Director of Corporate Affairs and Governance.
Neil.
Good morning, I'm Neil Largeman, Non-Executive Director, and apologies, I've got a technical issue with my camera.
Ruth.
Ruth Hussey, Non-Executive Director.
Sarah.
Sarah Thwaites on behalf of the 9 Health Watches.
Finally on my list is Steve. On mute, Steve. Let me introduce Steve. So Steve Broomhead, Chief Executive of Warrington Local Authority. He's here as a partner director. We've also got Lucy. Lucy, you're an associate. Do you want to just quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, Lucy Liang. I'm the guest NEG non-executive from the Insight program, currently governor at Countess of Chester Hospital. Thank you.
Thank you. And we've got people from the comms team, which is Ali, Laura. I think, is it Niall from the comms team?
No, I'm Head of Financial Services, so I'm here just in case you've got any questions. Thank you.
Oh, good to meet you now. Apologies for that. And have I said Ali? My list keeps on changing as I speak, the ordering. So hopefully I've got everybody. Have I missed anybody? Put your hands up. No. Okay, good. Any declarations of interest related? Sorry, apologies. What apologies have we had, Jen?
We've had apologies from Chris Douglas, Rowan Pritchard-Jones, Joe Rafferty and Anne Mars.
Thank you. We are quoted. Any declarations of interest relevant to the matters for today's meeting? I'll take that as a no. I've made some opening comments, so it's a single agenda item meeting. I think we should just get on to our business. So Claire, I think you're leading us off.
I am, yes. Hi everybody. So I am presenting today the annual report and accounts which have been prepared by the organisation for the year ending 31st of March that we've just finished. So we have a legal requirement for these documents to be submitted to our regulators by the 28th of June. And the documents that you have with you have both been through the audit committee twice, who conduct the review and assurance on behalf of the board. And Neil will speak shortly about on behalf of the audit committee about their recommendations to the board following the meeting we had earlier in the week. So I'm not going to go through them in detail. You have them in your pack, but just to draw out one or two things, we submitted draft accounts to the auditors and our draft annual report to the auditors in April. So this has been through an external audit process as well as the internal reviews that I've described. Within these accounts, there were some very minor changes that the auditors recommended and we agreed with them. So the version you have in front of you is the final version. We've met all of our statutory financial duties, which you'll be able to see in the report as well. And the accounts for the first time show the income and expenditure relating to our pharmacy, optometry and dentistry services, which were delegated down to us on the 1st of April 2023. So I'm not going to say any more by way of introduction there. I'm going to hand over to Neil, who's going to speak on behalf of the audit committee following the work that they've done over the last couple of months.
Thanks, Claire. Neil?
Yeah, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Raj. Just to build on that, I mean, this work hadn't taken place over the whole 12 months, and people worked hard in the teams to actually get to this position. And there's three important areas, I think, from the external audit opinions. First is the opinion on the financial statements, and as Claire said, there's been an unqualified audit opinion, and that's a great result, so well done to everybody in achieving that. The second is the governance statement, which actually reviews the arrangements in place for the governance of the board, and they place a lot of their reliance also on the head of internal audit opinion, which this year gave us substantial assurance, which is a significant increase on where we were last year in our early year. So I think that's great assurance to the board, knowing that our systems and processes are BAFs, and the basis on which we take our decisions, there's good evidence of assurance that we are operating in a sound environment. And I think the BAF and the work in putting in place the policies and systems, probably Matthew and Dawn, a lot of work there with them and their teams. It's credit to what they've achieved. So we've got substantial assurance, which is really, really good. And the third area the auditors look at is value for money and sustainability. And they've raised the two issues which we are aware of, which is about the sustainability of the system and the financial challenges we've got going forward, together with the challenges of the increased recurrent value CIPs. And again, the only improvement recommendation they made there was to endorse the system-wide medium-term financial strategy, which I know is being worked on. So I'm pleased from the audit committee's point of view that everything is in a good place, a really sound place, and that's credit to all the hard work that the people have done during the last 12 months. And going forward, we are in a good place, and I think a big thank you to everybody for that.
Thanks, Neil. So Claire, we coming back to you at this stage, or to go on to the recommendations?
More than happy to answer any questions that anybody has. Otherwise, yes, we can go on to the recommendations.
Okay. So can I take any comments or questions at the papers? So I'm not seeing any, I think. Matthew, are there any questions coming through chat?
No one has indicated in the chat, but if those who didn't hear us right at the beginning, if you do want to raise a question, just quickly put something into the chat if you do. Nothing currently, Raj.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the ask of the board, the recommendations. So firstly, it's to consider what we've heard from the chair of audit, from Neil. So the three elements: a great result in terms of unqualified audit this year, that's really good. The substantial assurance around our systems of assurance and mechanisms associated with that, and value for money with that. It's not a qualification, is it? The recommendation around focused about our continuance on the system level strategy. People happy. Lots of people go to the audit committee. People are comfortable with that. So I'm going to say, in terms of that consideration of the chair of audits recommendations to this board, we're all entirely happy to accept those recommendations. Yep. Okay. That then takes us to the approval. Are board members happy to approve the annual report and accounts? I need a positive affirmation on this one, I think. So either a nod or a wave or a yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. So just to make sure, because we're on Teams, are there any naysayers? No. Okay, good. So that effectively, well, that does close the meeting for us. I've not been notified of any other business. You can see the date and time of the next meeting, 26th of July. Thanks for making the time this morning. It was important that we did this on time at this date, and I shall see you shortly. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.